Hey everyone, it's Amy Nakos. Hope you're doing well. Doing a quick video today. What we did in this presentation is we shared from 2018 to 2025 active versus sold listings for the entire Summit County market and each submarket, and we overlaid them on each other. So I'm going to share my screen and then tell you why we're doing this. All right. The reason we're doing this is to show you what the demand is like. This is good for both buyers and sellers when you're entering the market. So here's our cover page. Again, we're showing active versus sold, and we overlaid them on top of each other. We're going to start with Summit County overall. This is a simple chart with a big story. Orange is active listings, blue is sold listings. What you can tell is if you're still thinking that we have the demand and the velocity that we had back in 21 and 22, we do not. You can see that the sold properties have slowed down a little bit. And for the entire Summit County residential market, we're hovering at about that 150 a month line. So 150 properties selling a month. But look at the inventory. We went from inventory coming on the market, getting eaten up within days, minutes, to a much larger spread where we can see summer of 24, there was much more inventory than sold. But summer of 25, last summer, that's what I told people, and what I was saying in our newsletter often was the story is the inventory. So when we're at, let's call it 1,000 listings at the height of the summer market and just at 150 sales, maybe a little higher than 150, you can see the disparity. So about 1 out of 8 properties on the market countywide was selling during the highest inventory. We're in low inventory season now. This goes through March of 26. You can see we're at about, let's call it 500 properties, still maybe 100 selling, 1 out of 5 selling. That's how we read these charts. What I'm going to do now is take you through the submarkets. I might not go over the specific numbers, but you can see how the submarkets are behaving very similarly. All right, this is Breckenridge. Again, peak in the summer of 25. What you'll see in Breckenridge, this includes Blue River, it includes all the area up to Farmers Corner, is that the 2024 inventory wasn't as dramatic as the 2025 inventory. There was a slight peak in the sales right here last summer of 25, but the disparity is still pretty great where we're closing, let's call it 80 properties a month, but we have 360 on the market. Moving to Copper Mountain. Copper Mountain has a little bit of a different chart. This is 100% attributed to the fact that there is just way less inventory in copper. Look at the numbers on the left side. At any given time, even at the height of listings, 40 on the market. We have about 20 on the market right now, or we did last summer. Right now we have 8 or 9. So if you're looking in copper, it's a very, very, very small market. If you see something you like, you should probably act relatively quick because a lot of other people are going to like it. Not much else to choose from. Dillon, this includes Summit Cove, it includes Corinthian Hill, it includes Dillon Valley. This is a number of different neighborhoods in here, but look at Dillon's mesh or mash of 2021, 2022, even into 2023, the inventory and the sales were very close. I mean, you can see right here in 2021 how the sold listings were way higher than the active, but these were eating up this inventory right here. So anyway, Dillon, a little bit closer spread, but we're also seeing the same behavior 24, 25, and 20 going into 26. Frisco, again, smaller market, hot market, but we do have a pretty high disparity of the 25 summer market, also a large peak in sales in 25. Keystone has also a large disparity, 25 summer of 25. This one we're seeing well over 150. Let's call this number 200 right here with 25 selling a month. This Keystone has the largest spread between active and sold listings of all the submarkets. Much of that can be contributed to new construction projects that brought on a number of different properties, but also it's a larger market, high condo inventory. Condos are seeing more struggles in the marketplace due to HOA fees and insurance costs. Finally, Silverthorne and Wilderness, again, pretty dramatic chart where you can see 24, 25 summer inventory dramatically higher than the sales. We're hovering at about 40 sales a month with over 200 on the market last summer. Let's call that 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5 of those properties was selling. What does this mean for you? If you are a buyer, you have more choices. The best properties sell first. So that 1 out of 5, the one that's selling, the attention for the marketplace is almost always on the best property. The other 4, well, the best property needs to sell first for your property to sell. So the only control you have over that is more competitive pricing. So buyers, more options. Sellers, remember you have competition now. 1 out of 4, 1 out of 8, 1 out of 6. Depends on your market, depends on your sector, and depends on your property type. But if you're looking to be competitive, you must figure out how you can be that one property that is next. If you have any questions, would like this chart for yourself, please reach out. We're always happy to answer questions. And until next time, keep living the dream.